What's going on, everybody? C4, welcome to part 2 of Season 2 of the Ultimate Rebuilds, where we are taking 5 teams over the span of 15 seasons, rebuilding against them. Trying to have the most uber competitive rebuild scenario. We already did our first 5. We are on our second 5. It started with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Things were terrible there, but as voted by you guys, we are now taking a look here at the Detroit Lions, who currently hold the 4th overall pick, after finishing with a very abysmal 3-13 record. Now, we do know the Detroit Lions have been one of those fringe curse teams that no matter what the Madden game is, they are very difficult to rebuild. But hopefully, not too difficult that Tim the Toolman Taylor can't take over the Detroit Lions and make them into a Super Bowl caliber team in 3 seasons. So, our team is heavily going to be dependent on, I honestly got to look for another quarterback. Stafford is an 85, he's 33, he's a big cap hit. It'd be nice to, maybe we'll have for 1 year, but if we could draft a proper quarterback, that'd be nice. We are an aging team. We got Kerryon Johnson here, Kenneth Dixon at running back, but everyone else is pretty much old. Tate's old, he's 30 plus, 33, Marvin Jones is probably in his 30s. At least we got Kenny Galladay, that's a nice piece. He's 27 for a 3-year rebuild, he should be fine. Offensive line is alright. Tyrell Crosby's an 84 quick. Frank Ragnow's an 87 superstar. And also I left the offensive lines. It's not a bad offensive line. Not a bad starting point there. Defensively, we're kind of old. Darius Slay's old. He's 30. Ziggy Ansah, 84, but he's 32. Anthony Zettle's 89, but he's 29. Nothing there at D-tackle. We have Chauncey Gardner Jr. from Florida. He's 22. He's an 85, so that looks really, really nice. Great rookie season. Taylor Rapp from Washington. He's 25, 83 quick. Our linebackers look really nice. TJ Edwards, 88 quick. Jared Davis, Florida Gator, 88. But there are plenty of spots and areas that we need to go at, but I do know we have a whole bunch of salary. So let's jump into this offseason and see who is available via free agency. So in our first free agency period, Tim the Toolman Taylor sees our $49 million of cap and says, "No, I'm not attached to any of these players, so we're going in." OJ Howell, we're trying to get an upgrade here. Taywan Taylor, Kenny Galladay. Obviously the contract negotiations went south when I went to try to bring him back. We only had the tag option. That wasn't happening. Derek Barnett for the Philadelphia Eagles, a punter and a right guard that's 23 with a 77 overall. We're going to get all these guys. You know why? Because it's tool time. Alright, so getting a look at our draft class. Kind of frustrating. We pretty much had half the scouting we should have. But we still managed to get a good draft. I will say right now, this draft, oh my god, look, like a bunch of 74s and stuff like that, even though we had a shitty pick here at the end as kicker. The Steelers and the Jags, and I want to say the Colts, who we already did, had drafts better than this. But the first round here, we got an 81 outside linebacker. I pretty much just had to go with the best player available because we did not have the positions we needed big time upgrades at fully scouted, like corner or safety and stuff like that. So we just went and completed our linebacking core. 81 normal dev, so the overall is good. The dev's not particularly strong, but still a really nice looking player here. Third round, we got Wyatt Davis from Ohio State, 77 normal. We got Cade Mays from Georgia. I actually thought for some reason this was a tight end, because we needed a tight end, and I actually took this over the tight end that I wanted because I just wasn't paying attention. But still worked out pretty well. The tight end, by the way, was 81 normal, which was excellent value here at this spot. But still, I'll be happy with my 80 quick, even though we don't really need a left tackle. Find a way to get him involved. We got another player here. He was a defensive end. That was, I think, 71. Moved to the D tackle, bumped up to a 78. So we made James Lynch from Baylor, another real player. And that pretty much, actually, that's a lie. In this 6th round, we got a 74 superstar center. So we made it Creed Humphrey, one of the best names in college football right now, from Oklahoma. There you go. This is another DN that we converted. So all in all, good draft class, except, we really need to get better at tight end. Offensive line, we kind of did that. And defensively at D tackle for sure. But in this side, getting a 78. Players that I know went somewhere big off the top of my head. KJ Henry there to the Raiders. JD Spielman. I know the big names, though. Some of these teams didn't actually even get prospects because they're so bad. Justin Fields, the quarterback for Georgia, going to Seattle. Trevor Lawrence from Clemson going to the Pittsburgh Steelers, 78 superstar. Look at that. They also had Matt Bushman, 80 overall quick tight end. Let's see if we can find one more big one. Sam Ehlinger is going to the Minnesota Vikings, Texas quarterback. But all in all, I'm still happy with how the Detroit Lions have handled their business. Tim the Toolman Taylor knows how to draft. Let's pop into our first year of 3 for the rebuild. All right, so as we begin the first year of our rebuild, here is our roster. Not a whole lot of turnover, to be completely honest with you. We do have Taywan Taylor here at wide receiver, which kind of makes Golden Tate expendable come the offseason. We'll just have him on the roster for a wide receiver 4 spot, but it will free up lots of cap to move on from Golden Tate. Offensively, O-line's not terrible. We have Cade Mays, who is our 80 overall tackle. We're just going to have him play here at right guard to, take advantage of him getting rookie snaps. Who knows? He might have to move on from Taylor Decker. How old is he? 27. That's actually not that old. I thought he was about that age anyway. But it is what it is. It happens when you just gamble on an offensive lineman. Surplus. Maybe you can flip one. Defensively, Zettle's pretty nice. Our D tackles are our 2 rookies. So we'll have to see how well they did. Terry was a 74, but he's showing 77. So we're not going to argue. Ziggy Ansah's probably in his final years. Big play. Slay still an 88. Gardner 85. Our linebacking core is probably the strength of this team here. 88, 88. And we have Hines here, our first round draft pick. He's an 81. I fully expect all these guys to hit 90s before, obviously these guys sooner than later, before we're done this rebuild. But ultimately, it's probably going to be a crapshoot here in year number 1. So, let's see what happens. Hopefully, we're pleasantly surprised, and Matt Stafford, for the first time ever, doesn't suck in the sim. All right, the midway point backs here on a bye, so for all we know, we could have a 7-0 record. Oh, we suck. Oh, we fucking suck. Well, the good news is that the only quarterback I would have taken at pick number 4 ended up being a 77 normal. So here's hoping that whatever happens this year will be something better. We're going to make Kerryon Johnson here the starter. We'll keep having all these guys getting their snaps. But this season here, pretty much a crapshoot. Looking at free agency. We'll have to wait and see with Kerryon Johnson. I feel like we'll let him start, and if he plays well, we'll resign him at the end of the season. Crosby will come back. He's an 84. He's pretty good. Ragnow obviously going to come back. And you know what? I will resign Big Play Slay for a 1-year deal. I feel comfortable with that. And then at the end of our first season, not surprised, we're not going to be able to prompt in with a Tim the Toolman Taylor because our team was ass. 3-13, which gives us, I think, the same record we had last season, but it gives us the number 1 overall pick. So here's hoping that there's a legitimate quarterback option. That would be friggin' phenomenal. Matt Stafford had the lowest passing touchdowns in the league to go with 20 interceptions. Running the ball, neither running back did well, averaging well below 4 yards per carry. Receiving, pretty much the only guy that can hold his head up is Kenny Golladay, 78 catches, 1,100 yards, 9 TDs, which is pretty goddamn productive, to be completely honest with you. Not bad stats there for the tight end, 550 and 3. Offensive line, obviously Frank Ragnow not giving up a single sack because he's a stud. 160 total tackles for Jared Davis, a sack and a half for him. Anthony Hines, our first round draft pick and pick 3, 132 tackles, 3 sacks, 2 picks. Might have himself a defensive player of the year nod, and 106 tackles there from Taylor Rapp. We get 8.5 sacks from Zettel, 6 from Terry, 5.5 from Ziggy Ansah, 4 for James Lynch. And we got 6 picks from Big Play Slay. So, in reality, the only 3 players on this team that can really hold their head up are Darius Slay, Frank Ragnow, and Kenny Golladay. Taking a quick look here at the yearly awards, MVP went to Aaron Rodgers. With, Jared Stidham showing up there. All right, Offensive Player of the Year in the NFC. Aaron Rodgers got the nod. None of us. None for us. Defensive Player of the Year went to Nick Kwiatkowski with no Lions. Wow. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Let's see how many guys are actually... Great. I love it when the 69 overall guy that I didn't even create wins it. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Justin Shorter, Colby Parkinson, created guy, Justin Fields, Cam Akers, created guy, Sam Ehlinger. So about half are people that actually spent my very valuable, precious time creating. Defensive... Oh, come on! Anoma won it. He's from Alabama. He's now up to an 89. That's pretty goddamn scary. Anthony Hines came at 2. Quadre Terry at 3. Dylan Moses at 4. Brenton Cox at 5. James Lynch at 6. Darnay Holmes at 7. So the first 7 guys are all actual prospects. Vasty Jordan is a hilarious name. Max Hess So we finished. All right, that's not bad. So I'll take 7 out of 10 being people I actually made. So all in all, not a good first year, but this is a big time draft for our roster. We also traded the third pick in the second round last year to the New England Patriots for their first round pick. And the Patriots, that's like a mid-round pick. So we have 2 first-round picks in this upcoming draft. We're gonna need them. You guys know, like, you know, you might be prairie dogging, but you know that feeling when you finally have like the world's biggest dump, that feeling of relief? Well, that's kind of like what happens when you release Matt Stafford from his contract. You're going in, you're like, okay, you're the worst quarterback in the league statistically. Oh, free up almost $19 million in cap room. We only get Curapelli of $800,000. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's go. We're gonna have $70 million worth of cap. All right, so looking at the free agents here, we're just gonna call us the purge from the draft. I mean, I don't want to be that guy that puts Baker Mayfield in every thumbnail, but Baker Mayfield got released. The Cleveland Browns, for some reason, everyone knows the AI in Madden's broken. They signed Marcus Mariota to be the quarterback, and he's an 88. So that just means we're not going to re-sign Baker Mayfield. We desperately need a quarterback. Does not look like there's going to be a good... There's one quarterback. You know, we might be all right. So I'm not going to go super crazy getting Baker Mayfield, but we're currently the leading bidder. It'd be very nice to get him. Ronald Jones, another highly touted draft pick from the 2018 draft. Christian Kirk, Justin Reed. We could have made it all in and got Bradley Chubb, but I figured, you know, at some point you need to consider we don't want to make the Detroit Lions too overpowered. Plus, we're probably not going to sign all these guys. But in reality, I would be happy with Mayfield and Kirk. Minimum, I want Christian Kirk. I think Christian Kirk will actually get a little bit. We really do low-key need another wide receiver. And thanks for Matt Stafford dying for this, because we needed all this salary cap to splurge potentially. All right, let's see. All right, well, the good news is that our team's drastically better with Justin Reed, thank you very much. Christian Kirk, thank you very much. Mario Edwards, thank you very much. And Ronald Jones. But Baker Mayfield rejected it. So we need to hit on a quarterback with the #1 overall pick. I would desperately love, this could be excellent foresight, for me to finally hit the highest overall QB you have seen me draft has been, I think, 82 superstar. And I've seen plenty of people tag me in 86, 87, 85, 84 superstars. Let's hope. Let's hope and pray. And in our last draft class of real rookies, we did good once again. I don't think we've had a really bad draft class yet. With the #1 overall pick, though, I still have yet to get that magical 84, 85 plus superstar dev quarterback. But I'm still very happy with my 81 superstar, which actually is pretty common for me. I actually feel like when people pick these great quarterbacks, you're just modifying them or something, because I've never seen them in my own games. But you know, he was the best quarterback in the class. I will show you one player, though, when I was editing the real rookies, who's absolutely absurd. And I had him on my draft board, but he wasn't there when we picked with our second first-round pick. But overall, Tanner McKee from Stanford, regarded as probably the top young quarterback in college football right now. Maybe the next Andrew Luck. Who knows? But we're taking a shot at him. Then I just took a shot on a running back. Yes, we just signed Ronald Jones. I thought this guy for sure. He had A+ carrying and A speed. I was like... Well, A speed because he had the fastest 40. I was like, I have to take a gamble. No, I made him Noah Cain from Ohio State. Really nice running back prospect right now, but still 77 quicks, not as good as I would have expected. And you'll see the player I wanted to draft and the difference there. We got a 76 wide receiver here in the second round, normal dev. 71 D end that we actually are right now going to convert to a D tackle, I believe. He is going to be a run-stuffing defensive tackle. So he goes from a 71 defensive end, and he's going to shoot up to a 77 D tackle. That's how easy it is, people. We got a 78 overall quick dev right guard here in the 5th round. And in reality, I guess this is still not a bad draft, but definitely when it stacks up against some of the bigger ones we've had, one of the worst ones. The only other really notable player I want to show you is the guy I wanted. Look at this. Akeem Dent from Florida State. We modified him, obviously, but at pick 19, the Redskins got an 85 overall corner. That is the highest base corner I have seen in this game. Now, I've seen some, 81s, 82s, 83s with better dev traits, but as far as a base overall, that is pretty goddamn crazy, and he was top guy on my draft board. But, we picked a couple picks after, which is certainly unfortunate. But now, the Matt Stafford era is over. It's now time for Tanner McKee to take over the rounds we still have this year, plus one more for us to make the playoffs and make a Super Bowl push with the Lions. So let's see if McKee can be the guy that brings us that success. All right, let's couple look here at this team. Tanner McKee's team is 81. We got Ronald Jones and Kane here as our running backs. That could very well be a nice two-headed attack. We're stacked at wide out now. No superstars, but lots of depth. Galladay, who's been our best player on the offensive side of the ball. We got Christian Kirk, we landed free agency. You got Marvin Jones, who's 87, but he's like 32. So that's kind of why we have Taywan Taylor here as depth 27. So a decent age range so that when Marvin Jones inevitably hits the wall, Taylor can step up. Offensive lines, all 80s. Frank Ragnow's up to a 93 overall. Exceptional there. Tight end, something special. On the defensive side of things, our linebacking core is very good. Jared Davis up to a 91. We have TJ Edwards, 89. Alex Hines, that's wrong. Anthony Hines, 85 quick. We have Justin Reed, who we signed as a free agent away from the Houston Texans. He's an 80. Taylor Rapp is an 87. Chauncey Gardner, 85. Zettel, 85. We still got a bunch of guys here at D-tackle. Slay is getting up there at age, still an 87. And we got Mario Edwards, who we signed away from the Raiders in free agency, who brings 83 to our defensive line. So all in all, we're a solid team. We had 3 wins last year. I fully expect us to have at least 5. Let's see if I'm right. Here at the mid-season point, we're 4-3, so we already have more wins than we did last year. Again, pretty much proving that Matt Stafford is horrendous in the sim. But now it's time to talk about free agency. We have good amount of cap now that Matt Stafford's off the books. So Edwards, Slay, Rapp are the 3 players that we're going to look at investing heavily in. And then the rest, maybe another big free agency period. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But big play, Slay, TJ Edwards, those guys get a return. And even Rapp. Those are 3 predominant starters on the defensive side. Oh, fuck off. Didn't make the playoffs. Don't know how that happened. We were first in the goddamn league. 7-9. First in the division, I meant. 7-9. All right. Started out 5-3 actually, because I had to sim the next week, and we finished 7-9. All right. Now running back sucks. Great. Looking at our stats here on the season. Tanner McKee, 4,500 passing yards. We're on that to 4,600, 28 TDs, 21 picks. Hey, it's better than Matt Stafford. That's pretty much all we can ask for. Ronald Jones, 1,000 yards, 9 TDs. That's not that bad. 13 touchdowns. Got vultured by our second first-round pick, Noah Cain out of Ohio State. That's a decent running attack. Over 20 total rushing touchdowns. For receiving, we got 108 catches, 1,000 yards, 4 TDs for Marvin Jones. 1,400 yards, 7 TDs on 87 catches for Kenny Galladay. I think he might be a sim beast. Ladies and gentlemen, 750 yards, 2 TDs from our tight end Clark. 1,045 and 9 from Kirk. So our offense is looking pretty good. If the run game could be better. Jared Davis got 154 tackles, 2 picks, 142 tackles, a sack, and 2 picks for Anthony Hines. We got 4.5 sacks from Zettel. Definitely need to get much more pressure on the quarterback. And for interceptions, whoa, okay. 10 picks for Chauncey Gardner Jr. out of Florida. 10 pick. Was that the record? What's the record? 13? 13, 14, something like 10 picks. That's the most I've ever seen. What's the NFL record for picks in a season? In a season, I want to see interceptions. 14 by Night Train Lane. We weren't even really that close. But I don't remember anyone since I've been watching football that got in the 10s yet. I don't think I've ever seen a double-digit interception guy. I could be wrong. I could be just blacking out on someone. But 10 picks from Chauncey Gardner, 75 tackles. That's pretty baller right there. Look at the yearly awards. MVP went to Aaron Rodgers. Okay. Offensive player of the year went to Aaron Rodgers. Do we got any Lions here? No. Defensive player of the year went to Leighton Vander Esch. What? You get 10 picks, you don't even show up on the list? Offensive rookie of the year, Tanner McKee. Very nice. You already had the superstar dev trait, however. Oh, let's see what we got. Real rookies, Dominic Blaylock, Darion Kendrick, Jadon Hazelwood, Noah Cain. That guy's not real. That guy's not real. That guy's not real. That guy's not real. That guy is not real. Defensive rookie of the year, Akeem Dent. No, big surprise. That 85 rookie corner did well. I can't even pronounce it. That is a real player. Palai Gautier. I think he's from USC. Fake player. Real player. Real player. Fake player. Fake player. Real player. Fake player. Fake player. Oh, 10 picks don't even show up on the shortlist within your own goddamn conference. No respect. But we got 29,000 XP for McKee. That's enough that he could probably be 85, 86, depending on where we spend his XP. Rest of those guys. I mean, I feel like we're still trending in the right direction. We had 3 wins. We doubled that with a rookie quarterback. He's only going to get better. Year 3, all or nothing kind of time, especially after, for episode 1, when we went with the Bucks and didn't win anything. I desperately need to find ourselves to get away into the playoff. All right, I'm actually going to put this bit in the video. This is the worst draft class I've ever seen. Look at all the busts. Actually, let's go to players I scouted. Now, this is in the second round, so we already list a bunch. There were 4 green guys supposed to go in the first round. I got one of them who's all right. So, literally, no one worth drafting till the 4th round. This is the worst first to 3rd round I've ever seen in a draft. Alright, so taking a look at our draft class from the worst draft I've ever seen. I literally, after our first round pick, I literally was drafting whatever player looked like they weren't going to suck. And it turned out decently alright. We had a bunch of picks, but our main pick, I thought he was going to be way better. Free safety, Carrick Rudd, 77 normal. He had B catching. That's like the first time I've ever seen that on a safety. He's not going to upgrade much, but he is a decent player. 70, 74, 74. We got a 78 right guard here. That wasn't a good bad pick. 75 outside linebacker, projected to go in the 7th round. So he looked all right. 75 quick. We got him in the 5th. And the rest of these picks, man, they just suck. Let's just quickly see. Was there any good players in this draft? There's a 79. So the number 1 overall pick was we'll say 79 superstar. I've seen one. Usually in a draft, you get about 5 to 6 80s. So we got 2 80s. We got 2 80s. 3, 4. Look at that. We just sucked in, I guess. All the good picks were legitimate top 10 talents. Everyone else after that wasn't so hot. So that wasn't the best of draft classes. We were able to add Austin Seferian-Jenkins in free agency. He's an 87, so maybe he's the missing piece for our offense. Let's get into our final year. Year number 3 is here, ladies and gentlemen, and here is our roster. Definitely better than when we started, but I really feel like we could have done something special. We moved on from Matt Stafford right away, except we pretty much wasted a third of our rebuild with a known failed commodity at quarterback. But McKee's up to an 85. Everything's pretty much a B on the offensive side. We're centered and anchored by Regno here, 93. We have a big time upgrade here. 9-point upgrade at tight end as opposed to last season. On the defensive side, we have Gardner up to 92 overall after having 10 interceptions last season. That was remarkable. The defensive line's coming along slowly, but it's still, I would say, average to slightly above average. I would say our secondary is as well above average, and our linebacking core is very much elite, 89, 91, and 86. So we're 7-9 last year. Is this team good enough to make the playoffs? Yes. Will they probably make the playoffs? No. Do I hope for the sake that we don't have 2 failed rebuilds back to back? Yes. So let's see if we can find a way into the playoffs. Kidding me? How do we not make the playoffs, man? Second straight episode that we do not make the playoffs. This team is looking stacked. No one below a B grade on the offense. No one below a B grade on the defense. I will say Chauncey Gardner declined my contract extension, so he wants to hit free agency. So that's probably going to be nice wherever we go. 8-8. That is embarrassing, man. I will say, however, that we've built a good team. Like, for the remainder of this save, I think the lines are going to be very competitive. McKee, 4,600 yards, 35 TDs, 17 picks, so he's finally producing. We got 1,100 yards, 13 TDs from Ronald Jones. So you get your franchise QB, franchise running back. Taiwan Taylor had 100 catches, 1,100 yards, 12 TDs from Galloway, almost 1,500 yards, 9 TDs from Christian Kirk. You got good production out of Austin Seferian-Jenkins. So your wide receivers are set. Defensively, 143 tackles from Jared Davis, 131 tackles, plus 6 picks from Anthony Hines. We got 10 sacks from Zettel. That's the first double-digit sack guy we've had this entire rebuild. We got 6 picks from Hines, 6 from Chauncey Gardner. So that's 16 interceptions in the last 2 seasons, 5 picks from Darius Slay. It's going to be sad. It's going to be sad moving on. Let's just see if we get anywhere on the MVP. Jared Stidham won the MVP. Cool. Oh, there's Baker Mayfield decided not to go to Detroit and go to the Jets instead. A massive slap in the face to everyone that is a Detroit Lion fan. So another failed rebuild. But as I just said, I think that this is still going to be a very good team. We'll probably see them as perennial playoff contenders for whatever. We still got 3 more episodes within this season. But it still sucks. 8-8 average. I mean, we're 1 game back from winning the division, I guess, but I don't know. It is what it is. So now it's time to move on to find out who we're going to be playing next for you guys to vote on it. So the Colts are unanimously the worst team, but we've already done the Colts. The Bucks are here. We've done the Bucks. The Cardinals are there. We've done the Cardinals. So we have the Kansas City Chiefs, the Chicago Bears. We did the Niners and the Bengals. So those are all a 3-way tie, 6-10. Those are you're picking on. The Chiefs, the Bears, and the Bengals. Because we didn't play any playoff games, unfortunately, we'll just get a quick look at all those rosters and see, just to help you guys make your decision. Just vote by leaving a comment in the comment section below. Or follow me on Twitter, which is @PapaXC4. There probably will be a Twitter poll that goes up before this video. So we'll just look here from the main page at the roster. The Bears, you still got Jordan Howard, 97. Roquan Smith's a 93. Amos is old, but he's still good. Noah Fant, 27, 89. Allen Robinson, Dylan Moses, Juwan Johnson. It's not a bad roster, bunch of 80s. The Bengals, we got Joe Mixon, who's a 95. Jesse Bates, 91. Zach Allen, 91. 90 for Jawan Taylor, plus he's 25. So your franchise tackle is situated. But like I said, these guys here all are kind of old. Start to get in the 80s. Terrence Marshall, Billy Price, Carl Lawson. Okay. And then we have the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, all 90s on the first page. So, hey, guys, you want to pick the Chiefs so we can, get out of this losing rep? But they are also kind of old. Kareem Hunt's 97. Kelsey's 34, so he's retiring anytime soon. Tyreek Hill, he's a 93. He's 30, though, so what is he good once he loses his speed? Mahomes, on the other hand, though, definitely the best quarterback situation. 28, he's 92, so you're still good on that front. Jaquan Johnson, the safety from Miami. You got Chris Jones. You got Justin Houston at 35. So between Justin Houston and Travis Kelce, you're probably, you can't really consider those guys long-term options. But I would say at a quick glance, Christian Miller, Jalen Rigor, the Chiefs might have the best roster, but it's completely up to you guys. So yeah, just vote there on my Twitter or in the comment section below for what ultimate rebuild team you want to see next. As always, if your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. I would like to get a bunch of subs before the Madden 18 season is upon us. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.